Oh, you just come on out to San Francisco and we will give you a good time. He is so divine. Isn't he just divine? Yeah, you're cute too. So long. Could you not do one for me? For Seth? Please. First time I've been to one of these, recitals. My mum dragged me. I didn't fancy coming, but I did enjoy it. Bobby smiled and told the young man how his own mother had been instrumental in getting him started on the piano. Your mum? Cool. Just like Mom.
No.
Do you reckon that I might give it a shot then? Eh? The piano? Yeah. Cool. Right. Cheers, mate. Cheers. The woman at the back of the queue was growing increasingly restless. Truth was, the concert had moved her deeply. Like Jacob and his angel, she was grappling with the notion of a new muse stealing into her life, crossing her meager defense lines. It felt scary. So far, she managed to keep a tight lid on her emotions and on the pain caused by the divorce. In public, she was good at pretending. Everything's fine, don't worry. But the one thing she could not do was lie to her clay. For when she sculpted, the two became one, and her soul was bared. Sculpture had insinuated itself into her life too early for her to ever be free of it. It had started as a child, when she'd climbed into one of Henry Moore's monumental sculptures in Florence at the Belvedere. She remembered reveling in the sensuous contours of the piece, feasting her eyes and fingers on the cusps and folds of its bronze-textured flesh. Years later, she was smitten anew when she encountered that very same sculpture again. It was at an outdoor museum in Washington, and it was springtime. On arrival, she glanced across the museum grounds as one might scan a dance floor at a crowded party. And then she saw it. It was standing in the corner across the lawn. Instantly, all other pieces and people turned to a blur. She held her breath, eyes glued to it. Then, in slow motion, she approached the piece. Coyly, she circled it. Gently, she caressed it with her eyes until she could resist no longer. She reached out and with pointed fingers traced its outline. Touching its contours filled a deep craving, for the sculpture both stimulated and calmed her. And that was when she realized she was a sculptor. There was no doubt about it. She'd been born that way, but it had taken all those years to allow herself the privilege. Not long after, she began to sculpt, and so it was that whenever she and clay confronted each other in the seclusion of her studio, the same devouring emotions pervaded her whole being. But just at this moment, she wondered whether she was ready to touch the clay again. What might it reveal? And what of a new muse? Could one resist a muse, delay it, turn one's back on it? Her mind was in turmoil. heaving pile of CDs when a pair of stilettos appeared on the polished wooden floor in front of him.